welcome to Seeing Through Glass. Today, finally, after what feels like forever, I'm getting my hands on the brand new Audi RS4. I was invited to the original press launch back at the end of last year, but unfortunately I couldn't make it, and I was incredibly jealous because not only did the location look fantastic, but everyone freaked out saying that this was one of the best new cars on the market. So today, I cannot wait to get behind the wheel and find out what all the fuss is about. Okie dokie. Oh, I've just broken something.
That went well.
Now, you may remember that on the majority of these press drives, we get teamed up with people. So, ladies and gentlemen, Jack from Press Association,
hello.
A far more legit car reviewer journalist than I could ever hope to be. So he is driving first, so I can steal all of his notes. Good sound system.
Great.
Yeah, steal all of his notes and pretend like I know what I'm talking about. Anyway, we have a beautiful day, which doesn't really feel that appropriate for an Audi RS.
No.
I kind of wish it was, snowing and raining.
Oh, there. Your badges there.
Oh yes,
shit.
scan our badges. We should be. We're so prepared, aren't we? There we go. Yeah, unfortunately now they know that. Yeah, we can't steal it.
Yeah. Away!
Yeah, where we go? But yeah, as I say, it's a beautifully sunny day, which is going to be great for the video, but I feel like maybe not the perfect way to test out an RS4. Whilst we're stuck behind trucks and not extracting the performance out of this car, let's have a chat. It's chat with Jack and Sam.
It's chat time.
So basically what we were talking about off camera just a moment ago is the fact that Jack is a mega RS6 fan and I have never really been one. I see the appeal, I understand it, but for some reason I don't fanboy over it like so many other people do. Well, this car I feel is a bit more appropriate in size.
Yeah, I was gonna. Sorry,
do it. No, yeah.
Completely casually, I'm fine.
Hey,
don't mind me.
Hey, overtake a truck.
Yeah, I mean the RS6 is a big car, isn't it?
It's a big car, and it feels to me like you've given up on life. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I've got a family, I've got dogs, I'll have to get an RS6. Like, I know it's a really harsh thing to say, it's like a £100,000 car.
Yeah.
But
oh, darling, you've given up on life.
with your £100,000 Audi. But I don't know why. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, oh wait, I can't get lost. By the way, our sat nav wasn't turned on. I think, look, is this Harold?
This might be
Harold and Sharnbrook. So I'm rally navigating. Pace notes, thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going right to Harold and Sharnbrook.
13 right.
And then we've got 3 miles before we turn left.
We're going deep into Harold.
Oh, it sounds like a fun day out.
Where will we go? RS6.
RS6, yeah. So RS6, and the fact that this is for me a slightly more appropriate size and setup, and
it's a happier size.
Got a nice note to it as well, exhaust-wise.
Yeah, it's a happier size.
I think so.
I feel like it'll be less intimidating for people to get into and drive every day.
Exactly, especially around town and things, because, hold on a second, I did actually get scientific on this. I know you're the professional, but I'm going to outdo you right now, because this car is 200mm, or almost 200mm shorter than the RS6, and 70mm narrower.
So that's quite a big difference.
Quite a huge difference. But boot size, for those of you that are interested, again, look at me in my notes. We're almost 100 litres bigger at maximum capacity in this RS4 than the previous RS4. That is still
everyday consumer knowledge.
Yes, and this is what people know. This is what people want to know. It's still 60 litres smaller than an RS6.
In fairness, if you're buying this car, you want to know about this.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I'm trying to help you guys. Consumer advice here.
There we go. if you want a practical, fast estate car, then you go for this, or you go for a C63.
Review over.
Or you go for an Alpina B3 Touring. But that's another avenue altogether.
That's why I bought the professional in my car. Right, we have some empty roads. Let's crack on and see what the performance of this car is all about.
Oh, yes.
Rightio. I've rather unceremoniously dumped Jack. He has been driving most of the morning, and it's now my turn to get behind the wheel of this car, and he wants to go and test out a slightly different one which has got the dynamic ride, because one thing which we have established with this particular car is that the ride is very hard. This doesn't have the dynamic ride option, and on some of the country roads we've been on, it's been super bumpy. So yeah, he's going to go and test that out for his piece. He's rising it up for PA, Press Association, which means that I can get some alone time in this weapon and talk you guys through my opinions. So we're going to leave this very lovely country estate, get onto some open roads, and I'll chat to you there. I've got a question for you. If you were to drive one car around the world, what would it be? Can I please make a case for this Audi RS4? I genuinely think this is one of the most complete cars you could find today. I don't think it's perfect, I don't think it's necessarily the best, but it's just such a fantastic package. Now, during the international press drives out, I think it was Corsica, and then in the last year, people were so complimentary about this thing. They were literally saying it was the best car in the world. I don't think it is. Like, I think it's everything you expect and want an RS4 to be, and you want an Audi RS to be. It even sounds good. Doesn't sound good from the outside. That's one thing we have to clear up. Whatever fake noise they're pumping in here is lovely, and as a driver it's great because you're inside the car most of the time, not outside. But I was quite disappointed when I got out and heard that it's a bit wafty outside. Apart from the fact that it's got this quite sort of hard ride that I'd already mentioned, it does everything else great. I don't actually have a lot to say about this car because there are no big surprises, nothing that's made me go, oh, I didn't expect that, apart from perhaps the internal noise. And there's no real negatives. It's just really good. It's just really good. Interior is, as every Audi is fantastic. Great build quality, lovely parts, looks nice. I've got loads of carbon fibre in here as well, which is an added bonus. I think it looks great from the outside. I think the price is a little bit steep. The carbon edition car is like 72 grand or something like that, but it's probably quite well priced compared to its rivals. And let's face it, who buys new cars with cash anymore? It all comes down to financing, and Audi RS cars usually have quite good residuals, so you're probably going to get some good financing rates. But as I say, if you were thinking of doing a round the world trip, driving around the world, could this be perfect? Because on a long motorway journey, I've got massage seats in here, you've got all the infotainment system, it's a lovely place to be, and you're going to power through those motorway miles. But the minute you find a tight and twisty road like this one, you have got all the performance you could ever need. Ever need. It's so quick for the public road. And yes, it's a big-ish car, but it doesn't feel that big on the roads. That's my complaint about the RS6, it's just such a huge thing. And I think unless you've got a family of 22 or 17 dogs, or you transport fridges and cabinets for a living, this is all the space and size that I think you would need. And then it just puts down the power in any situation. Yeah, maybe you could say that it doesn't surprise you that much. It'd be nice to kind of, twitch every now and again. And they do say that it's mainly it's set up to feel like a rear-wheel drive car. It doesn't. It feels very much like a four-wheel drive car. And it's got this sort of dodgy dynamic steering pack, which I don't really like. It sort of has a bit of a false feel. It just means that you never know quite how much steering lock to put in to get around the corner. But these are all like such minute little things. I think if you owned one of these cars, you would be exceptionally happy. Exceptionally happy. I haven't driven the rivals, so I can't tell you. If you're trying to do a comparison, I wouldn't know. I've driven an M3 Saloon, didn't like it. This, really like. I would happily have one of these, and I understand why Archie Hamilton was like, I'm buying one. I just think I'm not a station wagon guy. So that's probably why I'm like, it's the best thing in the world. But everyone's been so complimentary. Jack thought it was really good, and we both just went, yeah, just a really good car. Really fantastic car. That sums up the RS4, I think, perfectly. Really freaking good. Very quickly, for those of you interested in boot space, here you go. That is the RS4 boot, obviously with the rear seats still up. Got some nice luggage nets, some rails, some bits and bobs, and then a very nice bottom there. that's it, all parked up. Car's been handed back to Audi. I think it does look much better dirty, it has to be said. Something about RS Audis that look good dirty. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you have, and make sure to subscribe for plenty more videos to come.